Divine greetings and gratitude, everyone. Welcome to the Saiyonan Archives. My name is Nuna. I am the Witch, Wise Woman, the Saiyonan Sage, and the Witch of the Saiyonan Archives, and also the founder of the Saiyonan Path. Welcome to your new spiritual safe haven. I'm excited to have you here. I wanted to go ahead and do a reading to warm us up to the readings that I do here on this platform. Now, I just wanted to give you guys a quick notice that I am not new to YouTube. Actually, I am coming over from the Magic of Eden YouTube channel that I had for quite some years that I was on and off using, but now this is a new sanctuary. This is our new space where all of our teachings will live, and also where all of our readings are going to live for the Saiyonan Path and for the Saiyonan Archives. And thank you so much for coming on to this space or coming into this space and for trusting me to be not only your intuitive reader, but also the wise woman that helps you along your own journey. And if those of you that are returning, hey family, I'm also very excited and elated to be in your presence. Let's go ahead and dive into the reading. For those of y'all that are new here, the way that I do my readings are a lot different. I do not do my readings like a lot of people that you will find on YouTube. Please keep that in mind. I am someone that likes to give very honest, very authentic, very real messages that stem from a very real, authentic, loving place. And it will never be my intention to say things to try to keep you here. If you are someone that's just coming here to kind of feel the vibe, if you like it and you love it and you want to stay, I really do invite you to do that. But please understand that these readings are not the same that you will find on a lot of YouTube. This is no shame to any other reader or any other intuitive. I'm just saying that I have my own way of doing things. I don't like to fall or to categorize myself into just one type of reader. Understand, please, that I do receive prophetic messages. I do receive visions. I do receive smells. I do receive lots of feelings and things like that that help me to deliver messages to you. So thank you so much for coming into this space. I would like to invite you to please relax yourself, to calm yourself, to breathe as we immerse ourselves into this intuitive message. Thank you so much for giving me the chance to speak before you now. Thank you so much, Spirit, for allowing me to be the vessel that releases the messages that our soul needs to hear. I set the intention that whoever listens to this message, that they feel whole, that they feel loved, that they feel warm, that they feel welcome, that they feel protected, safe, secure, and that they feel wealthy, healthy, whole, and divine. Thank you so much, Spirit, for allowing us a space here to just dive into these messages. Thank you so much to the highest being, into the highest realms of this universe. Thank you so much to our ancestors for giving us the wisdom that we can use along our way. It is so. Okay, everyone. So let's go ahead and dive into the messages. I want to start off by saying that this reading is timeless, although it is actually being recorded on the day of the Gemini full moon. So this reading again is timeless, and I would like to ask that you open yourself up to any messages that are going to help you along your journey. Please keep in mind that throughout my readings, I will also let you guys know if there are any type of things or essentials, Saiyonan essentials that can help you along your journey. I do handcraft things like oils, candles, bath salts, and other things that I have available in the Ethereum. I do not sell them. However, I do offer them in exchange for set donations. And if you guys need any links, I will be sure to share them in the comment section because I cannot leave any links in the description box as of right now, but we are on our way. Speaking of the new moon in Gemini, I have this La Luna Nueva that is here. Now, this is my oil that I created myself, obviously. And this oil is to be used during the new moon transits. And this is actually a part of my planetary magic series where we work directly with the planets and not just the moon phases. This is only one of them. And again, this is for the new moon. These oils are actually fixed for very specific new moon transits, or they are as is to help you amplify your magic during the new moon phases. So even though this reading is timeless, again, the messages may or may not stem from the new moon happening in Gemini. Speaking of which, the first card that we have here to come out is the Page of Swords. Second card to come out here is the Nine of Pentacles. And then we also have the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. The deck that we are currently using right now is called the Light Seers Tarot. I just heard the words, leave it behind. So as you guys know, I am actually a writer. I'm a writer. I'm a poet. I have a gift with when it comes to words, at least written words, spoken words, like spoken word, like poetry and things like that. I do have a ninth house stellium in the sign of Capricorn. I have about 6 planets in my ninth house. And yes, the reason why I'm saying that is because where my planets sit, I am connected to the cosmos, obviously very, very, very potently. And I'm connected to the intergalactic realms and whatnot. So because of that, I do receive a lot of messages via words. So if you hear me say anything like I'm hearing, it's because I'm literally hearing words, okay? And that's for those of you that are new to my channel who are not used to receiving messages from me. So I will hear things, I will see things, I will smell things, feel things. Like the sky is the limit. Well, there really is no limit to how I receive my messages. Having said that, the thing that I'm hearing right now is there's something about spoken word, which does make sense because we do have the Page of Swords here. For whatever reason, what I'm feeling is that there's someone who is telling the story and they've been telling themselves something. And what they've been saying are these patterns of words or these series of words that form lack around them, if you will. And for whatever reason, this energy kind of feels, I just heard someone say, I don't know if I'll make it. For whatever reason, Spirit is saying is that I really want you to start to tune into not only your individuality, but I really want you to start tapping into your uniqueness and your independence, because there's something about the power of your voice that is going to help you receive more. But the reason why you will is because what Spirit is saying is that I need you to start speaking more, but I need you to believe it. It's one thing to say it, but I need you to believe it and I need you to know it for yourself. For whatever reason, I feel like this person is being called right now to allow themselves to be open to sharing their gifts, open to sharing their talents, open to sharing more aspects of themselves. And there's something that this individual or these people are leaving behind. There's something that this person, it could be you or it could be someone around you, where they're learning how to let things be where they are so that they can allow themselves to move forward with whatever it is that they're trying to move forward with. Now, in no way, shape, or form do I mean to sound cliche in this reading. However, what it feels like is that there's something that someone is wanting to look forward to. And Spirit is saying is that if you continue to feed yourself these thoughts and these ideas that you are inadequate, that you're not good enough, or whatever the story you keep telling yourself, what you're doing is you're creating what I've just heard like the word vortex. You're creating this vortex of energy where that's the energy that you'll keep reliving over and over and over again, but it pulls you in so deeply to where then you start to become it and you start to feel it in your body, you start to act like it, and then next thing you know, you're creating this reality where you're literally surrounded by your fears. These fears could manifest in the form of people. They could be in the form of animals. They could be in the form, like I just heard, like a phobia. Like it could be a phobia. I don't know what that one phobia is, like what the name is, but I don't mean to give you this image. Oh, forgive me this image, but you guys know that one phobia where you see like a lot of holes in something and it really like, it scares you. And for some of you, it pisses you off. Like, or I just heard like an anthill, like someone can't stand things coming in like numbers. I don't know why that is coming through, but like there's like these irrational fears and these irrational bursts of anger Spirit is saying is that I want you to pay attention to that, because what pattern is happening around you that's triggering you? Spirit is raising awareness to the pattern. There's a pattern that is coming through right now, and it's something that has been, it's like a repeated cycle that just keeps happening over and over and over again. Spirit is saying is that I need you to start speaking things differently into your reality, whether you believe it or not, because eventually you're going to start believing it, and then you'll know it for yourself, and then that's when things change. There's something that is happening around you now where Spirit is saying is that I need you to tell a new story. This Page of Swords is someone that asks questions, but also they're not afraid to speak up. But see, the thing is that even though this Page of Swords is powerful in its way of asking questions, it's still very juvenile. So this could be the search for answers, or the search of something, or an intellectual pursuit, or a new thought process that you may want to call in. Or if you guys don't know this, by the way, but you probably don't because you're new here, more than likely, is that when I get a lot of downloads, I start to stutter. And it's because my mind is moving like 1,000,000,000 miles a second, and then my mouth can't keep up with it. So if you hear me stuttering, that is the reason why. It's not the lack of confidence. It's truly because I get a lot of downloads at once, and it's hard to keep up sometimes. Anyway, so basically with this Page of Swords energy, this Page of Swords can definitely be not a master yet, but it's on its way to mastery. But the thing is that it calls things into question. It asks questions. I see someone saying, how can I work my magic to bring people in so that I can start a team or create a team? There's something that Spirit is wanting you to do, and Spirit is saying is that I need you to get out of this lack. I'm going to be real with you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I feel that some of you are in a victim mentality, and it's this victimhood story that you keep saying. And this is the very reason why you can't manifest. Because every time you turn around, you say things like, well, I just can't do it because of this. You are debilitating yourself, and you are handicapping yourself. And Spirit is saying is that there is no one that is going to pity you. We are not going to pity you. We don't pity you. We do love you. I feel like this is coming from someone telling someone this, or you could very well be telling someone else this. Like, look, I'm not going to pity you, but what I can do is I can ask questions, and I can help you get the things that you need. But it's the self-pity that I'm not going to go for. Because when you do that, what you're really doing is you're saying, I'm disempowered, I feel disempowered, and so I'm going to complain, and I'm going to continue to be disempowered. But really what it is a choice you're making. So this Page of Swords, I'm being called to ask you, what choices are you making? And I'm going to be real with you. I love my soul tribe, and in no way, shape, or form am I going to sugarcoat anything for comfort, and I'm not going to sugarcoat anything to get numbers on YouTube. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you the questions that need to be asked. And the question is, why do you keep telling yourself the same story when you know that there is something better for you out there? There's way more. There are people who want to meet you, but you keep telling yourself the same thing over and over again. And that's the pattern that needs to stop. What Spirit is saying is that Spirit has compassion for you, for your situation. If you were someone that experienced a lot of trauma before, if you are someone that experienced, like I said, very, intense trauma, you may have a really intense energy, and you're trying to figure out, well, how do I navigate all of these things and still heal? This is the thing that no one's saying on that. I don't want to say no one's saying, I can't say that, but what I can say is that we don't hear this enough. Life is not only about healing. Sometimes life is about enjoying. Sometimes life is about experiencing, and it does not have to come through the form of healing or trauma. Sometimes just being without any expectation, without having to constantly heal and say, I gotta heal this, I gotta heal that. You know what? I'm gonna be real with you. I feel the word is propaganda. People do that on social media because they want you to feel like they want you to feel. But in the process of feeling, they're reeling you in because they feel like they want to give you something, but it's really for their benefit. And I really want you to use your discernment, because not everything is about healing. Not everything is about trauma. It's really not. You know when something truly resonates with you when you use your discernment. And Spirit is saying is that I need you to use your discernment. Why do you keep telling yourself the same story, and why do you keep allowing other people to tell you the same story? Your life is not only about healing, but if your life was only about healing, there are so many different ways to do that. You can do so through joy. You can do so through art. You can do so with information sharing. Information sharing 100% is coming through for someone right now. You do have the Three of Pentacles here and the Nine of Pentacles. This, I just heard Spirit say, this is your sovereignty. Somebody is calling in their wants or their need to receive abundance of wealth, of money, of health by people coming to them, by them sharing themselves with the world. But how can you do that if Eight of Swords, you keep dwelling on something that happened before, telling yourself that this will be your experience if you were to get out there? Spirit is saying is that if you keep telling yourself that, you're going to manifest it, because that is how much of a power manifester you are. The fact that I'm getting chills in my crown region. Spirit is saying is that the fact that you incarnated here as a human, that in itself makes you a power manifester. So you already manifest by default. So now it's time for you to become more conscious of the words that you are using. I know that for some of you, you may feel off-put because this is your first reading from me, but please understand, not all readings are like this, but I'm not going to hide it if it is. You are a powerful manifester, and we are not accepting anything less from ourselves at all. Why? Because we are powerful beings. I'm not going to say anything to hurt you. I'm not going to say anything to dismiss you or what you've been through. I acknowledge the fact that if you are someone here and if you've had experience with trauma in the past, I acknowledge that, and I say that that was a very real part of your experience. I also will say that if you are here, I am going to hold your hand, but there are some moments where I won't hold your hand, and I say that because I can feel that you are almost there. The only thing you have to do is change the words that you are using to yourself. Also, Spirit is saying is that I need you to be very careful and mindful of how you are using your words, because you are using them against yourself, which pushes your intentions and your manifestations further away from you when you do that. Imagine your words are this force of power, which they are. And then every time you say something negative, you push that thing away from you. You throw the ball away. Or you keep kicking the ball away. Or the ball can't even roll up to you. And it's so funny because I'm getting a vision of a ball like an exercise ball. You know, the exercise balls that women sit down. I don't know if you've ever been pregnant or not, but I used to use like an exercise ball that I would bounce on to help with my pelvic floor and all that. I'm seeing that ball, an exercise ball. And someone's shouting, and that ball cannot naturally roll to the person because they're shouting and they're using this language. Well, your language is what's pushing it away. So Spirit is asking for you to be mindful of what you're saying. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue. I want you to know, and I want you to feel empowered. As I say that, you do have the King of Wands here at the very bottom of the deck, or at the base of the deck. This lets me know, oh my goodness, and you have the High Priestess. So this is letting me know that you are a lot more powerful than you give yourself credit for. You are a natural leader, and you just have to be willing to step into that role. You may not want to accept this, but this is a role, and you are meant to play that character here in your life. It is inevitable for you to be it, because if you don't do it in this life, you'll do it in the next. Also, the Wheel of Fortune is here. I'm telling you, this is a cycle that is changing, and it starts with what you're saying to yourself. It starts by how you're choosing to show up. Speaking of which, you do have the Six of Wands here. I see someone sharing more of their voice. I see someone doing storytelling. The Six of Wands is bringing me the tribal energy, whether it's storytell, where someone has the floor, like a chief would have the floor or whoever, and they would tell these stories. And people would pay attention to them, and then they would be like, wow, the way that you tell this story really puts it into perspective for me, because it was the power of storytelling that you were able to teach people lessons. That is the power of a leader. You can use your creativity to share a story that helps people weave together their own life, and you help them form it by you sharing the story. What this is bringing me to is a power of words. I'm getting chills. This is Gemini energy. So you could be a very vivid storyteller, and this would be your go-to to start sharing that story, to tell that story with truth, with integrity, right? With no expectation as to how people are going to perceive you, and just share it, because there's something about this Leo energy that is being activated here. You want to trust yourself along this journey, and you want to trust yourself in this situation, but you also want to trust yourself and know that you have it in the bag, right? You have it in the bag throughout this stage in your life, and it's going to carry you, but you have to let it carry you. You have to know undoubtedly that it will manifest, that it has manifested, that you are so in alignment with that version of yourself that you become that version of yourself. What do you wear? What do you feel? What do you smell? What do you eat? Right? What cologne or what perfume do you wear? What oils do you wear? How does your hair look? Embody the energy now. This is embodiment. Right? You are on the path of remembrance, right? Because every situation that you go through is revealing something to you that you are unlocking after your awakening. If you're here, chances are you've already been awakened. Now you are remembering. The awakening is only the outer appearance of what is going on internally. The transformation is the outer appearance of what it looks like. But truly what you're doing is remembering, because you are born with codes, right? Your junk DNA, that's not junk. That's just DNA that you have not unlocked yet. But guess what? That DNA holds memories. You are really on a path of remembrance. And you're here remembering through storytelling, through sharing your gifts. There's money to be made here, absolutely, but this is a life change, okay? You have to be willing to put yourself out there and to share your story and to change what you are saying and how you're speaking to yourself. You cannot make it up. You have the Sun card here. I know y'all seen that. And you have the World card here, and you have the Fool card here. There's no way, shape, or form will I ever manipulate or lie in a reading. I'm not going to do that. Your life is literally changing. When you start changing the way you speak to yourself, just mark my words, see how much your life changes. Be careful how you're speaking. Okay? Be very careful with how you're speaking. The Sun card here, the World card here, the Fool card here. Listen, you literally have the Fool card and the World card. If you guys hear anything in the background, those are my babies. I'm a mom of 4. I have 2 biological children, 2 stepchildren. Nonetheless, I got 4 kids. If you hear them in the background, please just ignore it. They are fine. You have the Sun card here. Okay, so yes, you have the Fool card here and the World card here. This is mastery and literally starting in a new journey. But this time, I just heard, baby, you can do it, take your time, do it right, you can do it, baby, do it tonight. That's what I'm hearing. Like, I'm hearing that song. And it's so interesting because I feel like Spirit is saying is that you can do it. Take your time, do it right. And it's so beautiful that Spirit is coming through with that song, because it's like you can do it. When you start over, you're starting from wisdom because you picked up a lot along the way. That is what Spirit is telling you now, and that is what Spirit wants you to focus on. The High Priestess points to somebody who has a really strong in-depth intuitive abilities, and they are unmistaken. You are someone that is meant to use your intuitive abilities, and I don't know why I'm hearing like leadership skills, but Spirit is saying is that I really need you to start using your intuition and follow your intuition, because to follow your intuition is to follow me, and to follow me is to follow you. At the end of the day, there really is no excuse. Spirit says focus. Focus on the intention that you are setting. I would highly recommend that you guys take this and reserve this oil. I say that because this oil really does help for you to manifest those intentions and to help you get a clear idea of the things that you want to manifest. I love these. I love using these oils. Also, by the way, I know that you may not hear people saying this either, but I'm someone that really does have a firm belief and a firm knowing that you will not always need to use tools, but these tools can help you tap into your energy, into your own ability to manifest. Tools are just tools. They are just that, and you will not always need them. At some point in your life, I want you to be able to use them only because you just want to, not because you need it. Talk about transformation. You have transformation at the bottom of the deck here. We did mention that. You have focus, you have energy, and you have freedom. If you focus your energy on the things that make you feel free, which really is this World card here, which is also the Fool card. This freedom is a Fool card, but it's also the World card. And also, by the way, there's some type of karmic or this karmic clearing that has happened. there's something that you decided to do where you changed the course of something, and now you can expect for something to turn around in your favor. Something is turning around in your favor. I'm not just saying that it's true, it's real. Like, I'm not going to make it up. This definitely is some type of karmic clearing. I just heard cord cutting. Someone may have done some type of cord cutting. For some of you, the ritual was a lot deeper than a cord cutting. I'm going to be real. Sometimes cord cuttings can only be for, prosperity. Sometimes cord cutting can just be, it's not superficial, but sometimes it could just be that. Like, it's a quick fix. Sometimes a cord cutting is a quick fix. I just... it's kind of like versus you going to go get your nails done, like fully, you just kind of put paint on it. That's kind of what it feels like. It's there, but it's not fully, if that makes sense. Like, it's not at its full capacity. It's just there as a placeholder. That's what it can be sometimes. But they also can be very powerful, depending on how you do it. Anyway, so that's what I'm feeling. You do have prosperity here. I see that with the sun card. If I were you, I would also, speaking to the sun card, you can also work with the sun, with the sun intention oil as well. I would use this on yellow candles because they do work really well. I don't know if you can see that or not because of the angle of the camera. But yes, this is the sun oil that I am just so in love with. I actually used this in a working not long ago, and it is just so beautiful. I love this. I don't want to give away like my recipes, but yes. Anyway, we are approaching 30 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and just pull a few more cards, and we're going to this card kind of wants to come out. Oh, wow. The turtle and coriander. Satisfaction. And then you have, you have the boar and pumpkin, confidence. This is so beautiful, the fact that you have the pumpkin here, because oh, no, wait, you don't have the Three of Cups here. This is bringing me to the Three of Cups energy, and this says the boar and pumpkin, confidence. I just love that, because with confidence, you will start to exude this energy where people will become more attracted to you, which can increase your chances of success, which is so beautiful, and I see that here with the Sun card. I love that. I absolutely love that for you, because I feel like the more that you are allowing yourself to be confident, and when you trust yourself, that's a lot of cards. And when you trust yourself and you know that you can do it, you start to do it even when it scares you. And then people are like, you know what? You are a worthy guide. I don't know why I was coming through that way. Okay, let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Devotion. I'm being drawn to this card. And then, Spirit, are there any other cards left? Oh, wow. Okay. Talk about metamorphosis. You guys are expressing a new side of yourself. The elk and the ash strength. The elk and ash strength. And then you have the crow and dogwood intelligence. I feel like... And then you also have devotion. I feel like this is you becoming a lot more committed, focused, and really tuning into your path, your mission. This is purpose driven, right? So this is one of those things where you have to have the audacity. Like, you have to have the audacity. Just give yourself the audacity. Like, who does he think he is? Who does she think she is? I'm the greatest. What you mean? Like, you have to, and it's not for, and I'm just being honest. Like, I know someone's probably laughing right now if they listen this far, but sometimes you have to have the audacity. Who do you think you are? I'm the fucking greatest. What's up? Like, and I'm being honest because for some of you guys, you've been down so much in your life and you probably did not believe in yourself, and it probably is taking you a lot to believe in yourself. And I can honestly say that I'm someone that struggled with that. Now I'm just starting to give myself the audacity. Like, I'm just, I do what I do. I've been doing it and I'm good at it. Like, it's not to say that I'm trying to be boastful. It's just to say that sometimes you have to speak to yourself this way to get yourself into the belief that, okay, I am this way. But the thing is that even though it may feel weird, you're telling yourself the truth, because yes, you are the greatest. You are one of the greatest. Right? You are one of the greatest. They are one of the greatest. They are one of the greatest. Right? Because guess what? We all have our own individual universes, and we very well may be the greatest in our universe. It just is what it is. This is main character energy, and sometimes you have to have the audacity. Mark my words, go ask a Leo. Just go talk to a Leo. Like, just go talk to a Leo. Like, I'm telling you, like, just go talk to a Leo. Like, they give themselves the audacity, and they are just going to shine without, just regardless. So wherever Leo is in your chart, right, wherever Leo rules, I want you to give yourself the audacity in that area of your life. Whatever is in your 5th house, I want you to give yourself the audacity. Wherever your sun sits, whatever house it's in, I want you to give yourself the audacity. But also know that as long as you are divinely led, and that you are moving with spirit, with integrity, with love, with compassion, that there is nothing for you to worry about. And that in itself is a reason why you should be more confident, or you can be more confident. Thank you so much for spending time with me here today. That is my time. I love you all. If y'all need anything from me, please feel free to visit me online over at thesayonanpath.org. I will make sure to leave the links down in the comments section. And once we are able to leave this links in the description box, I will. For now, check the comments. Please make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel, because we do want to grow and expand our platform, and we do want to reach more of our Soul Tribe members. Thank you for spending time with me here today. I love you, and I'll catch you in my next video.